Hello my darlings and welcome back to Marion K Tarot. I hope you're doing well. This is your weekly reading for the 17th to the 23rd of March 2025. And this week I am using the beautiful Unicorn's Journey Tarot by Lisa Papez. And if you know Lisa, then you know how wonderful she is, and if you don't know Lisa, go and check her out. She's wonderful. She has written the most amazing book on tarot, and she has done several decks and they're gorgeous. So let's have a look and see. Now what have we got going on this week, right? We have got a big week this week, right? Astrologically, March is just full of major big things that's happening astrologically. But we have got the equinox. So if you're in the northern hemisphere, this is like the astrological symbol of spring. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it's the start of autumn. So coming out of the kind of burning heat of summer. Okay, so things will start to get a bit cooler. Okay, but basically what that means is on Thursday, Aries season begins. Hurrah! It's the astrological new year, and I adore the astrological new year. This is when it feels like it's a proper new year, you know. This is a time of new beginnings, new desires, newness, but we have also got the Sun is going to be joining Venus and Mercury that are currently in Aries. Now they're currently retrograde, so there is things going on that, you know, they're going to be difficult, you know, because retrogrades ask us to go over things from the past. Right? They bring up situations, they bring up maybe past conflicts, especially with that kind of Aries energy, you know, Mars rules Aries. So if there's areas a conflict, you know, if there's maybe kind of unfinished business, you know, retrogrades offer us that opportunity to go over things, you know, and really just see, you know, what's been happening, you know, in that particular area of our life. So it could be, and obviously, yeah, of course, it's the period of the return of the ex, if you like. Bear in mind, you know, things may not be what they seem. People's methods of communication might be a bit skewed, just a bit difficult. Okay, so let's see what the cards have got to say for us this week. How can we navigate these individual transits? You know, how can we work with them as opposed to working against them? Okay, let's see. So we have got, okay, at the bottom of the deck we have got the Seven of Earth. Okay, so that is Saturn and Taurus energy. So it's a very grounding energy, a very solid energy that we are experiencing. That's at the root of the energies this week. So, you know, we can lean into that, you know, if things are just feeling a bit kind of a, oh my goodness, I don't know what's going on, you know, it's like it just feels like so much, you know, really ground yourself, you know, go and, you know, this card in particular, it's got beautiful wee gemstones there, you know, so crystals. So look into our crystals, maybe sit and ground with them. Grounding crystals, so smoky quartz, black obsidian, black quartz, you know, anything that's the darker crystals, you know, and really connected with the ground and the earth. But really, you know, my whole thing with crystals is they all come from the earth. You know, so technically you could use any crystal, but I would say go towards your kind of darker, your smoky quartz. You know, smoky quartz is a nice gentle energy. It's a nice safe energy. It's the colour of the earth, if you like, okay? But the cards we've got proper are, we have got the Six of Air, which is the Six of Swords. We have got Judgment. And we have got the Knight of Air, which is the Knight of Swords. Look at that wee flying unicorn just fleeing through the sky. Okay, so What can we say? There's an opportunity here to feel like we are getting rescued this week. Perhaps there has been a time of our thoughts who are really, our thoughts with that mercurial energy, they're maybe getting the better of us. They're getting, we feel like our overthinking mind has just got out of control. This week there'll be a let up in that, there'll be a breather in that, and whether that comes from you or comes from maybe you decide to have a conversation with a trusted friend or person in your life, maybe a parent, maybe your best friend, maybe your favourite tarot reader, hi. But whoever that trusted confidant is, you can offload to them, and just say, I've been really struggling lately, and that's perfectly okay to do that. It's perfectly okay to say that you're having a hard time. There is strength in vulnerability, and I don't want anybody to forget that. There's this kind of a preconceived, like, well, in order to be strong, you have to show this, I'm physically strong and I'm emotionally strong and no, nothing bothers me. But true vulnerability, and that's strength, having the strength to own your emotions, own your thoughts, own the things that you say to other people. So that can in turn be that sort of a rescue from whatever's been going on. We have got the Judgment card. Now, Judgment card is Pluto, and it's really, that kind of a going into our shadow selves, going into that part of ourselves that we don't always like to visit, or it can be the part of ourselves that overshadows anything that's happening. It can be our inner critic. Maybe you're kind of trying to work in a project and you're thinking, oh, well, this is really good, this will be really good for me and I'm going to be really happy in doing this. And then you get that wee voice, and it'll be like, well, are you good enough? Is this really what you want, etc, etc. But ultimately, it's about holding a mirror up to ourselves, the Judgment card, and it's about literally rising above that negative self-talk. If you're finding yourself, in this position where you're feeling like you're having an inner dialogue with yourself where it's not conducive to what you're wanting to achieve, tell it to shut up, right? I say this quite often, and I've probably said it on this channel before, but it's like one of the greatest things that I did was I visualised my inner critic as another person, and I named it. And I named my inner critic, and I basically tell it to F off, right? When I hear it coming, I just be like, do you know what? Blah, blah, blah. Fuck off, right? And that's what I do. And I but I mentally and psychically walk away from that. So when they rear their head, it's just like, no, we're not dealing with you today, goodbye, right? And that can help, so if we're feeling that feeling, that we're doubting ourselves, because again, we've got these retrogrades, we've got some really tough planetary movements going on. There's these big planets getting ready to and gearing up to move signs. We've got all sorts going on, but I think we control our own destiny. I truly believe that we control our own destiny, and we are presented with nothing that we cannot overcome. We either win or we learn, okay? And I think that it is such a great opportunity for us for an opportunity for growth. The growth is painful, okay? There is no doubt that growth can be painful, and if it was easy, then we wouldn't learn anything. Okay, now we've got the last card. The last card is a Knight of Air. Okay, so a Knight of Swords. Fun, quick, energy, okay? If there's things that you have felt like are being slow and they're taking forever in a day, then the Knight of Swords, or the Knight of Air in this case, is coming in to say you're really close, you know? It's like, it's as if you've been on the starting blocks, you know, like before you have a sprint race. It's like you've been on the starting blocks, and then it's like this week with the Knight of Swords coming in, with the sun moving into Aries, it's like time, it's like bang, let's go, you know? It's like you're out of the starting blocks and you're sprinting ahead to what you're wanting to achieve your goals. Okay, remember, think of this week as the closing up of a cycle, the closing up of the astrological cycle, and the beginning of a new one, right? It's like a do-over, it's like a new year do-over. So the things that you maybe do at the calendar new year, like for the 31st of December into the 1st of January, you know, so if you're maybe wanting to create some New Year's resolutions, you can create New Year's resolutions. It's the astrological New Year. Technically the real New Year, as I've said already. So, you know, think of the things, think of, you know, Aries energy. Aries is about the individual. Aries is about the self. Aries is about, you know, dynamic, being forward, being, you know, the motto of Aries is I am. You know, what do you want to be? You are powerful, so I am powerful. I am enthusiastic. I am capable. You know, think of these I am statements, write them down, put them in your wall. You know, make a flow chart of all the things that you are, and, you know, I just write the big I am, and then smaller words, you know, I am powerful, I am capable, I am blah blah blah, whatever it is you want to be. Then try that this week. Thursday is when the sun moves into Aries. Thursday is Jupiter's day. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So where is it you want to expand this year? Okay, take that on board, my loves. It's going to be an interesting week. I have absolute faith in you, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.